party with us. Let's take a shot of Patrol, and let me know when you get enough. You know the rhythm is on, and everybody's feeling the buzz. You ain't gotta go home, 'cause you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party with us. Yeah, you can stay and party with us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Sunday Brunch for Black Tea. Sorry about the delay. We appreciate you guys logging on and joining us. Hi Barb, thanks for joining us today. Candy, California Cutie, hey ladies.
Hey, Miko. Hey, Miko. Hey, Candy. How y'all doing today? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Happy
first Sunday.
It's cold.
And happy Black History Month, ladies. Happy Black History Month.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited about this month. They got a whole lot of stuff going on in this city of ours. So let's see what good things we can link up with this month.
Yes.
I've been trying to follow all of the stuff that's going on. So we got some good things going on this month in our city. I'm very, very pleased with how many people are really stepping out doing stuff for Black History Month. It's more than I've seen before, so that's a good thing. So I like it. I'm excited. I'm gonna try and step out and do a few things myself this month.
That sounds good. I need to do something. I don't know what it is. I got to figure something out that I can do, that something with the kids that's actually, I already know what it is. I just got to remember, when did it start yet? I think it did. I'm taking my kids to the Hip Hop Museum.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's on it's on Sunset and Vine. I think it's gonna be until March. I think we got about a month. I think it already started. So yeah, I'm gonna take them to the hip hop museum because I missed the Tupac one, but just because it's all about the whole culture, and just from what it started with, probably with the two turntables and a microphone. I want to see it. I did see one of the rooms that they had that they brought to life, which was Snoop Dogg's first album cover. So it's like him with the brick wall and the dog house, and then him looking over the dog house. So when you look into the room, it looks 3D because the dog house is actually in there. Their brick wall is the wall, and then they got Snoop in there looking. So when you look at it, it looks like the album cover, but you can walk in there. So yeah.
I think I did hear about it. Someone went to that and they said it was really good. So yeah, you're right.
Okay, good. All right,
so I want to do that.
So yeah, just look it up, Hip Hop Museum, so we can be all on the same page. And I definitely, I was like, I feel like I had this. We already had this discussion. Yeah, that's why I was like, why does this feel like deja vu? But I didn't discuss it with you ladies. But yeah, me and my sisters are gonna take our kids.
That's fun.
Yes. So yeah,
my grandma would be interested in that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're gonna jump in. We did brunch a little bit different today. We individually cooked our own things. Unfortunately, Candy didn't get a chance to jump in this day. She had some prior stuff going on, but that's okay. Next week she'll jump in there with something delicious. This week, I'm gonna start with mine, and I'll let you go ahead, Lynn, and chat about yours. I made some. So we always want to do fried, chicken and waffles. Everybody talk about chicken and waffles. Well, I combined them. I took the chicken, I fried it in my air fryer. I cut it up, and then I added it to the waffle mixture, and then made the waffles with the chicken inside of it. So all of the seasonings from the chicken kind of marinated with the waffle mix, and you add the sweet syrup on top. Absolutely delicious. Now I didn't make the Belgian ones this time. I just made the thin ones because I have to cook for my husband too, and he don't like the Belgian really. So I made the thin ones, but if you make them Belgian style, you can see the chunks of chicken in there even better. Then you see it here, and you just grab you up some eggs or make you some grits or something to go along with, or some potatoes. And I'm telling you, it will definitely be a super hit. I made this for my granddaughter. That's what gave me the idea, trying to get her to do something different. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, Mimi, what is this?" So that's when I knew it was a hit, because she's a picky child. But try it. It's really good. It's really fun, and you just a taste of all the flavors married together is absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious.
You see what Barb says?
Yes, Barb. I'm telling you, girl, you gotta get it. I'm telling you, you will love it. Your kids will love it. The friends, it is. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, because I was thinking, oh my. When I first thought of it, I said, why? I was like, I don't know. Let me just try something different. You know, I'm always trying something different. I think I need to wear a shirt and try something different.
Yeah.
And I just was like, let me just try it. Let me just see what happens. And I did it, and oh my God, I fell in love. And now I can't stop doing it. And when you season your chicken, just be creative with it. You don't even have to be plain, because when you cook it in there, you know, in the mix with the waffle mix, you add the syrup and you add some honey butter. That's what I forgot. I didn't give you guys a shot of the honey butter.
Oh.
Honey butter with just a little bit of nutmeg. Oh my God. That's
She acting up. She acting up and clowning, y'all.
Okay.
Look, my kids always say when the eyes get big, she mean business. Y'all see them eyes? I'm telling you, it's so good. It's so good. But so try it. You guys will definitely love it. You will not be upset. Your kids will love, friends. Everybody will love it. So when we get together to have some, you know, a brunch with all of us together, ladies, you know, I'm definitely gonna have to make some of these, because I think you guys gonna like them.
First of all, me and Candy, no disrespect, like she sent us the meal, because with Sunday brunch, usually when we first started, y'all, Miko would cook for us. And we're a little spoiled. We really are. We're really spoiled. Like, nobody gonna lie about it.
Right? Although technology has advanced, and we are happy that we can be in our own domain, and it works out for all involved. But we miss those brunches, that in person, where we get to taste the food on live. Yeah, we miss that.
Right.
Y'all know that was my favorite part. I used to tell her before we even started. Let me tell y'all, this is my favorite part, is the eating of the food. So, but I say that to say that yes, when you sent it to us, you know, to us first to make, the first thing I saw, she was like, "Get your waffles makers out." I said, "Hey, I ain't got one. I ain't got one." And I forgot, because I could have went and bought one. Literally, I could have went and bought one. Like my brain just shut down. Was like, "Oh, on this week,
so you get excused." Okay.
Thank you. So yeah. So I'm like, dang, I didn't get, you know. So today I was just like, that's all right. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I know Miko's gonna make it, and I know we're gonna have a picture of it and all that stuff. But I read waffles, but I did not realize you was gonna put the chicken in the waffle. Like,
yes, girl.
Girl.
The recipe is in the description, so read the recipe.
Yes.
The recipe it's so easy. When you make it, you're gonna be like, this is all I had to do. But it's just the fact that you season your chicken and you add it and you put just the flavors marrying together is what really kicks it off. The actual process of it is easy, but it's good afternoon.
Right? That's sweet and savory, right?
Princess.
That's what it is. It's marrying those flavors together. So I'm telling you, check it out.
I like I said, I was not expecting that. I'm like thinking to myself, like, okay, what we looking at? I'm waiting for it, because I read it the first time. I just, you know, until you make it, you don't know that that's what you're making. Like, so I didn't read what's in the ingredients. I didn't read what we're exactly doing, because I didn't have the waffle maker, so I didn't really, you know, I wasn't tripping off of it. But so when you said it just now, I was like, this girl done it again. She done it again. And I'm not even one that eats my chicken with my waffles. I order it, but I eat my chicken and I eat my fries, or I eat my greens or my macaroni and cheese, and then I eat my waffle like dessert. So for you to blend them together to actually have chicken and waffles together, yes, that's totally different. Yes, indeed.
You guys will love it. I'm telling you, you will definitely love it. You will not be disappointed. You're gonna be trying to make it. It's a quick, easy meal to make. You know, when somebody coming over, oh, I got the perfect meal, and it's not expensive. It's inexpensive, so it's something that is cost effective. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of chicken did you use? What kind of chicken did you use?
I use chicken breast, but you can pretty much use any boneless chicken that you want. Just once you fry it, just chop it up, nice. Get some nice sized chunk pieces. Again, like I said, it's normally chunkier than this, but because I didn't use the Belgian waffle for this time, it's thinner. But you can really see the big chunks of chicken in there, and it cooks. Oh my God, you guys! I'm telling you, you always be here just to slap me and my mama because it's really good.
Because I'm already like McKinley still is stuck on the stuffed pancakes. I still make it. Matter of fact,
I'm gonna have to make my cake here some. I'm gonna have to make him some.
I made Nola. No, I make them. This is what I make him. This is what he's stuck on. I said he's stuck on.
Look, Nico. She said you ain't gotta do it no more. She got the recipe. She got it.
I got that damn thing. I gotta go get the waffle maker so that I can do the new thing for you.
Get that baby some waffle. He gonna love them. He gonna be like Nico.
I even made them for Nola's kids. The stuffed pancakes. They was like, yes. Oh yeah, I had to show off for them. Yeah, it was delicious.
Share all our recipes so everybody can join us and get in there and taste it out. I'm putting all of these recipes in a cookbook. So eventually we'll have our Sunday Brunch with Black Tea cookbook so everybody can try all of our recipes and
Barb said she's hungry. Okay. Over here salivating.
No, I'm about to go. Barb said, "Let me go find me something to eat now." Y'all got me hungry.
Well, in a minute, you're going to have a cookbook, girl, so you're going to be able to go in there and cook just what we be eating here on this show. So, and the good thing about it is you don't have to tell nobody that you got it from Sunday Brunch with Black Tea. Just tell them this is something I created in my kitchen because you actually did make it. You know what I'm saying? You did make it, so it's yours too. Share the recipes, share the love. But Lynn, Katarina, what did you have today?
So this morning, so what I was trying to get to, we get to babbling sometimes. Sorry, guys. But what happened was, I was saying, we started off with Miko cooking for us. So that's how, Sunday Brunch started. So she would come, we go over her house, we cook and we talk on camera. And that's what we did. And then we said, okay, we can do it from our own house because I live far away from they live close. I live out far, right? So, okay, we can do it from each other's house. Okay, cool. She's going to send us the recipe. Cool. So today while I'm cooking, my son says to me, "Mom, can you make me some egg and tortilla and beans?" I was like, look at the time. I was like, okay, it's 10. I was like, oh yeah, I can make you some. So I'm downstairs making this, and I text the girls like, Sunday Brunch with Black Tea, we should be making whatever we want and bring it to the front, and then it'll be brunch. Because at the brunch, it's always a little bit of everything.
A variety of items.
Variety of items. So from here on out, we are going to probably have more than one to discuss. Hence, my food this morning. So I took a picture of what I made, which was, this is egg and tortilla, just corn tortilla. You fry it up like, in some oil, not too crispy, just a little crispy. And then you take your scrambled egg, scramble it up. You throw the tortilla back in after you made so much of it, you throw the tortilla back in the pan, throw the egg on top of it, fry it together. And then you make your beans on the side, and you can actually eat them together. It almost tastes like a nacho kind of. So that's what my son was in the mood for. This is what I made. Well, one of my sons, the other son wanted bacon and waffles. And so that's what he got. But this right here, I'm telling you, it's a little quick Mexican dish. Ain't takes that long to make. My mom used to make it for us all the time. My sisters make it we always make it. My dad's one of his favorites. So yeah, y'all, this is a little tortilla, egg, and some beans. And the spicy beans. Spicy beans for the jalapeno. You got to give it a little flavor.
Yes. Hey, I love it. We're gonna put it all in our cookbooks, everything, and the other recipes will be uploaded as well. This week we were only able to get because it came as a last minute idea to do the separate meals. So this week we only have the oh my goodness, the waffles. So the chicken waffles. So, but next time we'll have the other recipes and the other meals. So if anybody would like to jump in and try those meals that the other ladies make, please feel free, ask any questions. How do you do it? What do you need to do? All of that, but everything should be uploaded for you. But go ahead and check out that recipe for our meal this week for our chicken. Our waffles, and let us know what you think about it. I guarantee you're gonna love it. I guarantee you. If you don't, I will feel really bad because I am really pumping this up. But it is absolutely, it is
She
absolutely.
ain't lying about it. She's usually tells the truth about her food, not even trying to brag. That's just something she's good at her food. That's what it is.
Thank you. Thank you so much, California. Because if it ain't with nobody, because if I frown at it, then nope, not about to happen. So I wanted to show a few things, Lynn. I think I can jump in there and I think I figured out how to jump in there and do this. But I wanted to just like we said at the beginning of the first show, Sunday Black Tea started, with the idea of us coming together and really talking about, bringing small business together. But then we also thought that it would be a good idea to branch out and talk about events in the world that's going on, period. But I would still like to show a little bit of stuff that Black Tea, my actual company has, which is an event, not just event planning, but it's actually a full-on custom or just very artistic decor company. So you can either have it customly made, or I can just make something for you special or anything. And sometimes I just make stuff to share. But I just wanted to share a few things that I just thought. Putting up a few little inspirational signs for your desk, your dresser at home, your anywhere you like to put it. You can give them as gifts for people. You can have them custom made, men or women. You can put, somebody's picture on it. Doesn't have to be, something that I created. You can create your own saying. But I just thought that inspirational things like this will be really nice for people to, have sitting up and that you can focus on at home. We need some positive thoughts in our lives. So these are some of the things that Black Tea Complete makes. And if anybody likes them, you're more than welcome to order them. You can send me a message. You can go to IG, which is events_at @_Black Tea. And, just shout it out. Let me know if you like anything. But these things I just thought were really nice, really nice for people to give out as gifts. You can set them up in your home. You can have them custom made. You can put anything you want on these. I can literally make it look the way you want it to look.
Those are super cute.
Really nice, for to have. So this is a 5x7. We can get it all the way up to, 8x10 if you want. It can stand up portrait size as well as landscape. So however you wanted to lay it out, you can do it. So just wanted to jump in there and share these with you guys, everybody, and let you know just what Black Tea Complete actually can do and make happen for you.
One of many things, right?
Wow.
I said one of many things that Black Tea can do.
Yes. Thank you, Candy. Yes, one of the many things. And I really, appreciate the support that I do get from the people who do,
patronize you.
Patronize Black Tea. I really appreciate it. And we're just gonna keep pushing. Keep pushing from our events to our custom made gifts to our custom made.
She made this for me too, and this was just a sample, but it's wood and it's like 3D. Like the cutie is off the poster, so I gotta go get it framed. But I couldn't help but to put it up because I just was.
Thank you. Yes, so I will post some things about. I have a few more 3D images, wood images, so logo images. So if you have a logo, you want your logo cut out and done in 3D, we can do that. Wood, 3D circle, square, however you want to do it, any color you want, anything you literally want on your thing. I can, Black Tea can make it happen for you. So, so let us know. So thank you, California Cutie, for showing that nice little wood logo plaque right there.
Princess said she can tell it's 3D. Excuse me. So that's good. Yeah. Well, so that's good.
Yeah, you can see it from the computer. It's popping out really well. So and it's all custom done. Nothing is I don't go anywhere for anyone else to do it. We do it all here in house. In my house.
For now.
Right. So now you know what? I think our conversation at the table today is going to be, it's going to be good because it's something that has been, people have been talking about. And if then you can handle the chat, let me know because I can't really see them on this little screen.
I got you.
But people have been talking about it a lot, and it seems like now everybody is jumping on the bandwagon with this whole topic, and it's pretty much when Cat Williams decided to come out with his, I don't know what you want to call it, where he decided he wanted
to for him,
some people out about what's going on, and it's truthful. And then even Taraji P. Henson, when she started talking a little bit, we talked a little bit about how the industry treats people, but now it's so, I mean, it's just going so viral, so big. Everybody is talking about it. Terrence Howard has jumped on the bandwagon now with it, talking about it. I mean, he even started closing other stuff that we didn't even know what was going, that was going on out there.
What are you talking about?
I mean, like my friend Essence would say, I had to clutch my pearls because I was like, oh my Lord, what? What? We got the wholesome girl in the pimp. Like, I don't know how that works, but according to him, allegedly, they had a little fling. So, but that's not the topic. The topic is pretty much like, I think I want to know what Cat Williams' reasons for coming out, like what made him jump out there and start talking about these other comedians or other singers. He didn't talk about comedians, so that lets me know that it's something that's kind of personal because he didn't just bring up comedians. He brought up actors and
he brought up it was the entertainment industry. He brought people that were in the entertainment industry. And,
but I'm wondering, like, what made him? I mean, and it seems to me like he's targeting three people. Mainly three people. Other people, he's, bringing them in too, but it seems like to me he has a target for Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, and Cedric the Entertainer. Now, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that he can't have his opinion about things, but that's just my opinion. So I'm curious as to what happened to make him just do that in the first place. What made him decide, oh, I want to go put these people on blast? I mean, so you keep saying that you had the gatekeepers. He's talking about, people, bringing people on, putting people on. Like I don't put people on. I just have people roll with me. Well, when you bring them into a situation that they haven't been into and they're doing things that they haven't done before, you are putting them on. But he's bashing Kevin Hart for doing it. He's talking about people stealing stuff from other people in the industry. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying that that's right at all. And he has the right to feel how he feels about his material. Because if he doesn't want anyone using his material, then he has the right to say what he wants. And hands down, I have nothing to say about that. But what I do have to say is that people in the industry, not just the the comedy industry, this industry period, they are constantly taking, reusing, sampling other people's stuff. Music is the biggest industry where people are sampling other people's, material, and things like that. I wonder, is it because he didn't get credit for it? Is that maybe why he's so upset with Ced the Entertainer about stealing his joke that he did about,
If you think back, if you look back and what he had originally said when he opened it up, is that first of all, he gave Shannon Sharp props for giving him the opportunity. He said because he felt that it was a safe space for him to let loose.
Yeah.
The second thing is that I think those three that you mentioned, I think that he had a history with them, and he used that particular show as an opportunity to let it all loose. But I don't think it initially started with them three. It started with those other people who had visited Shannon Sharp's show, and they were commenting on him. And so, he used the opportunity to just basically put it all on the table for whatever beef that he had personally and or people who had with him. And he wanted to set the record straight. And so some people did get caught in the crossfire that you didn't see coming, right? We was like, oh, where that person came from, right? Even Shannon was like,
Strays.
the problem was,
He was strays.
we call them strays, right? But and Deb is that really he was defending himself. He was telling his truth based on those individuals coming to Shannon Sharp's show saying whatever that they had. And the crazy part is that the reason why this blew up so much is that, you know how they say, the truth will come to light, is that he had not only did he have his own receipts from his own encounters, the things that he was talking about, so many other people came out the woodworks with the receipts that he had in defense of him. So
they did.
You know,
I
but to your point, he did elaborate, and I just think that it just something was more personal with Kevin Hart and the what is that? Kevin Hart and Steve Harvey and I think such an entertainer. Just think about it. If you put yourself, and I a lot of times try to see where a person's coming from. Like you said, are you coming from a vengeful heart? Are you coming from like a hater heart? Like, where are you coming from, right? And so, yes, it was entertaining because he kept us captivated because he's a comedian. That's what he does, right? He has many years of
storytelling,
success, right, of storytelling, from his, numerous shows. So that was one. He's an excellent storyteller. But the other part is that where it come from. So you mentioned him, like he mad he didn't get credit. I mean, think rightfully so. If somebody, it's not a matter of somebody mocking you and you say, hey, the best form of flattery is of imitation, right? So that's one thing. But when you totally steal somebody's whole material and to mock it up as your own, I don't care if you change a little bit of, dim the light or did something a little bit different. Overall, that whole thing was his story. And so he took from his personal experience, and not something he just made up, not that a writer wrote from him. You know what I mean? Like, even like Mark Curry was saying about Steve Harvey, like, you took my experience that happened to me. Like, you didn't go through that. Like, you weren't even homeless, so to speak. So I just think that it hit home, and he had opportunity to let it out, and he let it out and didn't hold back.
Right. Well, you know what? When you say that, somebody stole his experience. So I can't say if it's true or not. I'm not naming any names, so I'm just saying allegedly. There are people who are saying that they do not believe his story about his living. And I can't say I do or don't, because I didn't walk in this man's shoes. I didn't live with him. I didn't grow up with him. I don't know what he actually did in his life. But some people are saying that they don't believe it because of X, Y, and Z. So people that have known him, I guess, when he was younger, they were saying that he didn't have that type of life that he's saying he had, and it just like he's saying Steve Harvey didn't have the type. Now, I'm not a big Steve Harvey fan. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like the man. I just don't think he's that funny. That's just me, and that's just my personal opinion. I do like some of the things he do, but I'm not defending anybody. I think I'm just defending the fact that, he came out here and he started publicly bashing all these people, and some of the stuff that he's saying might not be all, because he went on 2 different shows in California Cutie. We were watching it together, and we saw him contradict himself from the Shannon Sharp show to, what was the guy's name? California
Willie something.
Yeah, it was Willie. Yeah.
He contradicted himself a little bit, and we're like, wait, but you just said. But how
I think they all embellish a little bit. There's 2 sides to the truth. What they actually went through, and then what was embellished, and then somewhere lie in between the whole truth, right? The real truth. I just think that kind of embellish.
But you can't. So you can't start bashing these people for what they're doing or putting them out. I just put it to you like this, and Dave Chappelle said it the best. He was recorded at a show that he asked them not to record him, but somebody recorded him anyway and posted it. And he was like, I love Cat. Everybody like Cat Williams. He's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Love Cat Williams. He is funny. He got a lot of characters in him. He got a lot of comedy in him. But why are you going out there and tearing down another Black comedian? Like, why do that? What's the reason? You have so many other, people, Willie D from Get. Yes, that's who it was. You have so many other people out there that, you shouldn't tear down, but, okay, go after them if that's what you feel like you want to do, is go after somebody. Instead of us coming together and building each other up, we're always tearing each other down. We always want to say, oh, well, this one, is it to get the limelight? Why are you doing that? And that's what Dave Chappelle was basically saying, like, man, like, come on now, we're supposed to be here to support one another, uplift each other, bring each other on. Yes, that's our job, is to bring each other on. Like, I'm gonna bring you on, I'll put you on, you know, but instead you want to go in there and tear people down. Like, for what? Why are you doing that? What's the reason? I just want to know the reason behind why he decided now to go out there and talk about these people when everything that has been talked about him has been public.
I'll tell you why.
Huh?
I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because right before this year started, when Cassie decided to do what she did to Diddy, which was put him in the forefront and sue him, it made people that are behind the scenes or people that it triggered a lot of people. It triggered a lot of people. And even Cass said that. He said, you know, he brought up Diddy and that girl that she said something. So I feel like that once that trigger hit, it triggered a lot of people all the way from Christian Keys. That's who said it. I'm sorry. Cadden said it. Christian said it. Christian said he felt compelled to come tell his truth because of what Cassie did. So it's like a domino effect. And so with that, he inserted himself and said, you know what? And it's not even like strike while the irons are hot or any of that. It's like, look,
it's the momentum that was going on. It's the momentum.
If he feels like something was going on, or he heard a little, maybe we didn't get to hear that somebody might have triggered him and said something before he decided to say, I'm just gonna let it all hang out.
But he did get triggered because people on his show on that same show came on and was saying stuff about him that was not true. And so he was like, well, let's set the record straight. And then while we at it, let's go back to, and that's when he said the Steve Harveys and the Cedric Entertainer. So it was a lot of that. And like I said, you have to pick and choose what you, I guess, at the end of the day, want to believe and what's not.
That was a lot.
Your frame of mind, Miko, behind it was the reason why. And I think the reason why is that first you have opportunity and you have cause. The cause and effect was, what was being said about him from those other individuals, and he wanted to set the record straight. And while he was at it, he said, let me set the record straight when it comes in his opinion about the other ones. Whether it's right or wrong, I do agree with you that I don't like the bashing of our people, of our people, right? But at the end of the day, is it our people who are hurting each other, right? So what I'm saying is that you don't like the fact that he's come out there and set the record straight or putting those other people on blast or bringing up stuff. And even if it was actual and factual, why bring it up now? Because now those people are in a different space. If they, whatever was going on prior and years before, maybe they did or didn't do it. Whatever the case, they're not doing that now. They have, excelled in their life and their career, and they're doing well. Why would we harbor and bringing this back up to paint them in a picture that is less favorable, right? But and so then that becomes the question. What was the motive behind that? But I think he has his own internal motives that we probably would never know and understand. Maybe it's some hurt and pain behind the industry that we don't even know about. And obviously it is, because it's not just him that's coming out. Yeah, he has striked it, and he's provoked the conversation among not just with those individuals, but others as well.
Right.
So
it's not just him that's coming out, but others that coming out, they're giving their motives behind it. That's what I think that's my only thing. Like, especially, and I'm talking about her a lot because she's, really one that sparked the fire too, was Taraji. She gave her motive behind why she started talking. She gave her motive behind why she has an issue with what's going on. And okay, so I can like completely hands down accept that. Can't nobody say anything about it. I mean, everybody has basically was like, I hear you and I agree with you, from Black actors to white, actors and people in the industry. So it's not just Black people saying, anything negative about what's going on with that. It's white people as well. But my thing is, she talked about her motive behind it. And
Yeah, but her motive behind it was, the way that and rightfully so, she's not being paid what she should be paid based on her gender and her race. That's right, and so she's and not only from if she's not experiencing that from just period from the industry, she's not being paid what she's worth based on her gender and her race. Cat
right.
Williams is personal, so what he talked about was personal. With
But
those
what I want to know what happened. I mean, if you're gonna put it out there, come on now. If you're gonna put it out there, to me, in my opinion, if you're gonna put it out there for the world to hear and to basically you want us to form an opinion about these people based on what you said.
Unfavorable opinion. Yeah, not right. Based upon
a favorable opinion. You want us to form a favorable opinion about what you're saying about these people. So if that's what you're looking for, then give us your reasons why you said it so we can form a realistic one. Like, I can't just say, oh, see, for example, because I'm not a big Steve Harvey fan like that. I like him, but not like that. Steve Harvey, stole this and so. Okay, well, I mean, so did you. When he sat there on there and said that he created that whole pimp, character. Do you know how many people was doing that character before him, including Steve Harvey? Did a little bit of research, and Steve Harvey's pimp guy that he does now on the radio show, he did this before he even became really big. So he was doing this before Cat came out. So he did the whole pimp character with the voice and that whole little thing. He did that. He did that a long time ago. So my thing is, it's like, okay, if you're talking about said soldier, your character and Steve stole from, and I can't speak to that because I don't know, and I didn't do any research on Steve stealing from
Mark Curry.
So I don't really know the facts behind that. Mark Curry has spoke up and said, yeah, that did happen. So that's all we can do is take that for what it is. Him taking the whole show idea from him because I don't know anything about that. But you want to talk about stealing jokes? People, they've done it. Like Dave Chappelle said too. Like, people steal jokes all the time. He was like, they stole from me. He said they stole from him, but he didn't take it personally.
Yeah, but I think it's beyond that. I mean, yes, that's the nail on the head. And I mean, I think the biggest one is probably the one that he did with Cedric, as far as the joke thing. Like you said, they do that in the industry. Like you said, they take samples from people from music and stuff. You know what I mean? So I think that yes, that was a point of contention for him as far as stealing jokes. I think that it was more personal thing. I mean, and to be quite honest, I think it was I mean, because at the end of the day, he's made it too. He's made a name for himself. He's made, but I think the point is that it's more of a personal situation that he's had with those individuals and how, like, I don't know, maybe he felt like they didn't really come up like with blood, sweat, and tears. They came up on the back of lies and deceit. And so, where he felt like he'd done all the work that was said and, that needed to be done from the groundwork. And he probably felt like those people didn't. I don't know. I mean, that's just me assuming. But I just feel like, it's more of a personal issue that probably we won't ever know. But he did state it. He stated that he didn't, he felt like those particular people were like a cult. Like, I mean, they had each other back. And he said, and that is what it is. Like you would look for them to have each other's back. But I just think the whole point of that Shannon Sharpe blowing up, to me, is that show that he did, it didn't blow up because of everything that he stated, because like you said, there's plenty of individuals. I mean, everybody that was on that show before him stated facts about other individuals and their experience in the industry and whatnot, and it didn't go as viral as his did. I think it went as viral as it did because people were interested, like you said, off the back of the momentum of, this is my truth, I'm gonna let it all out. Type of thing from like CC said from Casey and Diddy's situation. I think that he just was riding off of that, and I think that in spite of what everybody else had said on that show prior to him, he had so many people with receipts other than him. He can have his own receipts, and you can dispute that, right? Because it's like, okay, yeah, that's still from your point of view, your frame of thought, right? It was the other people who also second and
there are a lot of people that have receipts, and I'm not saying that that they didn't do anything. I'm just asking. He brought it up. Cat Williams brought up the situation. He brought up nobody else said anything. If somebody else would have said anything, I would have been probably looking to see if they had a reason for saying, for saying what
But
they
Michelle,
said.
they did. He brought it up based upon what other people were saying about him. He had to clear his own. He cleared. I mean, in the midst of it, he added to it.
I tried to find
his truth about what they were saying
okay,
about
so
him.
then I didn't see everything because I tried to find comments that said about him. Couldn't find anything that said the entertainer said about him. I tried to find, of course, I found a few comments about what Steve Harvey said, but Steve Harvey says stuff about a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to find comments about some stuff that Tiffany Haddish said. I couldn't find anything. So maybe I'm just not, getting a thorough search. Maybe I'm not finding everything that I should because I couldn't find anything that they said negative about him. Now I know that him and Kevin Hart have had some back and forth before. Before, so, but I'm trying to figure out, like, where did everybody else, like, what happened? Like,
how did they get caught in the crossfire? Yeah, I mean, I just think it's something deeper than what we would know, than we would ever know. I just think that it was some personal situations, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that he had a right, or he can. Everybody has a right to free speech, right, and to state their own experience based upon the individuals that they have with. Just how people, like you said, are stating negative experience with him, or saying that he didn't. Everything he's saying is not the whole truth either, right? I just think that he just used that show as an opportunity to set the record straight, as well as he dug back about his other personal. I feel like it was like, while we at it, let me add this on too. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what it was. It wasn't necessarily that maybe they did anything in the moment, because, like you said, the things that he brought up wasn't even current. They were past. That stuff that happened in the past. It wasn't nothing that current that happened with Cedric, with Steve, or with Ricky, or whatever he was saying. But he addressed a lot of those individuals that had came on that show prior to him, again, that he wanted to set the record straight, because they got a chance to speak their piece about him. He wanted to set the record straight, like, hey, that didn't happen that way, and people came on, and they also, like I said, showed receipts as well. And I think in the midst of that, whatever his personal feelings were with those other individuals, he continued to rehash that. And right or wrong, I just feel like, he used that moment and an opportunity to do so.
I'm with kind of what Princess said. Sampling is different from stealing, especially when you sit on a high horse and don't acknowledge others. Now, with that being said, that's why when Mika was talking about like people sampling music and stuff, that's kind of totally different, because what they're doing is recreating.
And they get it, and with sampling, you have to get permission to do that, and so because otherwise you get sued. So
you're copyright,
permission, and they're paying you to use. You're paying them to use their sample. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody is in agreement with that. Unlike you just stealing my material and marketing it up as your own.
Right. You do. I don't know. I just thought that it was a, I mean, and again, I love Cat Williams. He's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? And I watch everything he freaking do, and, he's talking about, the fact that, how many Netflix shows he had. Don't nobody else have any, and how many of this he haven't. Don't nobody else. I mean, like, what is all that about? Like, so what? Like, what? That's not going to make anybody not like that person. It almost makes me feel like he wants us to say, you know what? Well, because this person doesn't have X, Y, and Z, I'm not really going. I'm gonna mess with him because he does, and not this person. Everybody has their own comedy style to me, and I like them for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? I don't like everything Kevin Hart does. I don't like everything, but I like them. I like their comedy, their comedy. And it's for different reasons. I like their comedy for different reasons. And I just don't understand why we have to do it in that way. I mean, the whole situation, if everything is streaming for what happened with Diddy and the young lady, what does that have to do with being an entertainer and putting comedy out there and coming together and making this happen together? I don't understand it, and then, of course he had his people that had his back that, do a lot of circuits with him and a lot of shows with him and a lot of tours with him. And they were trying to defend it. just like on the Dave Chappelle show, he, they was trying to defend him, and he was like, no, like, I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I love cats. I just don't understand why he did it that way. Then he started talking about you're not gonna put me in a dress. Okay, I get it. You don't want to see a black man in a dress, but it did not start with Martin Lawrence that way. It did not start with Big Mama's house. It did not start, so for you to sit there and say, that's belittling in this black, Martin Lawrence came up with that character. He came up, the white man didn't put him in the dress. He came up with that character. He put himself in the dress. He put himself in Shanae's dress. He came up with that character. Flip Williams, who did it way back in the day, he came up with that character. He put himself in the dress. You know what I'm saying? But then when you have it flipped and you have the women that dress up like men, we're going to dress you up like a man and you're going to portray the beast. So should they not do that? Should they not dress up like men in order for them to get a part, or you know what I'm saying? It's comedy. It's making fun.
I think when it comes to that, it's a double standard, right? So we got double standards in the world, and so when you look at men and women, we're not equal when it comes to that. And it's just not. It's just a double standard. The other side, I agree. Like you said, the whole dress thing was happening way before Black comedians and Black entertainers. But if you look back, and the reason why he was saying, and this is just my personal opinion, is that it's not even a fact that he's saying, okay, the whole dress thing. It's becoming a thing in the industry as a Black man and in the entertainment period, that you cannot succeed, excel, unless you are put in a dress. And it's been noted. It's been noted for those who have decided not to, how it affected their career. And you look at of those who did. That's the point he was trying to make. And I don't think it has anything to do about how funny you are or whatever. Yes, there's a lot of white actors and comedians have excelled and done that, and we don't even look at that the same, because it doesn't hold the same weight. Because as a Black man, for you to put on a dress, it's like you're belittling yourself. And if that's not something that you would necessarily wanted to do, you should have a right to say, hey, I don't want to do it, for whatever your beliefs are.
Absolutely.
But for those people who are not doing it, are getting penalized for not doing it and not excelling in their career because of it. And I think that's a huge point that he was trying to make with it. Look at those who have done it and those who have not.
I can see that. Definitely don't want to yes, Princess, I can see that. You don't want to chuckle, the Black man. We want to, give them, lift them up and praise them and all of that. Okay, so, and we don't want to do that.
As I'm thinking about it now.
I also know Princess was saying, he didn't think that, he was saying Martin. No, he didn't say Martin. He wasn't saying Martin started, but Martin, he didn't start it. I just think he was saying that, he felt like the producers, what did he say, that the people came in and asked him to put on this dress. So it was like as if they told Martin, this is what's going to happen. We're going to put this dress on and we're going to make, it's going to be funny. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that for example, and Tu Wong Fu too.
One of my favorite movies.
Right. If Martin wants to do it, or if whoever wants to do it, if they choose to do it, is that wrong? I guess is that bad? Should they not create these characters that they feel like?
I'm gonna answer that. They should not do it if it interferes with their integrity. Now, if their integrity saying don't do it, and they're doing it anyway because they feel like it's going to push them ahead, and they cannot say no, then no. I think that's the point that he's trying to make. A lot of people are not going to do it.
Do you think that's why? Do you think that's why they do it?
Because we can say the same thing about when it comes to like a lot of people in the industry have gotten ahead because they did sexual favors. Women willingly did it. And so for those who didn't do it, should they not get ahead because they have the talent and the wherewithal to still do that same role because they didn't do that sexual favor for that executive? They shouldn't get ahead.
But see, that's like saying, okay, but then that's like saying, if I write a script, or if I come up with an idea, I come up with this movie idea or this script or this whatever, and I say, hey, Candy, I got this part I think you'll really be good for, and you say, you know what? I don't really think that I want to play that type of part. And I say, okay, but if you rewrite it, what he said he'd ask, if they will rewrite a different thing, then he'll do it. If you rewrite the character, I'll play it. But that's not where I'm going with it. I'm going, this is what I want to do.
Right.
And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. But why do I have to rewrite my creativity?
And they shouldn't have to. But why? Right. Then you ask yourself, why do every part that has to be so funny has to be with a black man in a dress? Why is that so? Because that's not even funny to me. The Martin situations, yes. I mean, and there's a lot. I mean, I don't know. I just say that we can agree to disagree. I feel like the point was for me, and that he was trying to say that you couldn't get ahead in the industry unless you wore a dress, and gave plenty of examples who did, and then those who didn't, they didn't.
Right.
You know what would be good if we could ask Martin Lawrence when he or even Jamie Foxx for this matter, when you came up with this character, did you know in your head that you would ever play this character, or when you were doing just your comedy show, when you made these people up, women?
What were you thinking?
In your mind, was it always just going to be a comedian thing that in your head that's what it was, or did you always see yourself going to having a show and gonna make this character come to life through yourself? Because to Candy's point, actually to both of y'all point, if it's my character and I wrote it, then of course I'm not gonna have a problem with me playing the part that I wrote for me.
Right.
But if you are telling me that there's directors out here that are making a point to put black men in dresses for their kiki of it all, F you. You're not doing it. We're not doing that. That's, I think, what Candy's trying to say. Is that what you're trying to say, Candy?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. So that's what I'm okay.
I totally agree with it. I think my biggest thing
it's
is
two sides to the coin. Yeah.
It's like I completely agree with that. Just don't
knock the person that is doing it.
Themselves. That's all I'm saying. Don't tag the people or put down the people who did it for themselves. Like they did it.
And here's the thing: everybody has a right to do what they wanted to do, right? It's free speech, right? And for those individuals who decide to do it, I'm okay with that as well, because everybody has their
creativity, their thing.
But when it comes to the whole totality of the industry, that's my whole point that I feel like he was trying to make, is that they're doing this and they're getting ahead because they're doing it, and himself and other people who have been held back because they didn't do it, because they did not cross the line of their integrity. What I'm saying is that although they did it under duress. You know what I mean? They did it under because in order to get ahead, it's the same way that you would look at a woman having sex with an executive to get ahead because they got that part.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think that's different because my comedy doesn't come. I'm not sitting here writing comedy or creating under distress. I'm not creating something that I have inside that I feel in me will be good because I feel like that's the only way I'm going to be able to get ahead. That's the only way I'm going to be able to make it. Because that's the fact, as an artist, a lot of artists that are out there that are not blown up, that have beautiful art, would change their whole thought pattern on how they design their stuff in order for them to become successful.
And that's why a lot of people
adjust. Because just why do I have to change
I think it's about them selling their soul. And they're basically he equated to that wearing that dress to selling your soul. If that's not something he wanted to do, and it went against his integrity, his character, and all of that, he wasn't willing to sell himself for that. And I guess he was just making a point for those who have. This is the reason why you see them going taking off. I don't know. That's all.
Yeah. He is. Yes, he did say that too, Princess. He is successful because he had to finance everything himself, and hands down to Cat Williams, because he did, and he also does give back to a lot of people, like he said, and people have come and said, yes, he has helped me. He has given to me. He has been there for me, and he's a good person from what I can see. I don't know him personally, so I can't speak in a personal way, but he does that, and that's really good. I don't know. I guess my whole thing is not so much that Cat Williams had an opinion about it or that anyone else does, because, you know, I don't want to see anything that's going to be that'll degrade black men either, or black women for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Because they still making us hoes and sluts and, you know, and crackheads and movies
And paying us, and let
Right.
Taraji P tell it, and paying her baby boy prices when hello.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that they always want to give us those roles. They always want to put us on, you know, and a lot of this stuff comes from, you know, black creators that are making these movies and shows and stuff, putting them out there, but they want to put the girl in the on the stripper pole, and they want to put the girl in the, you know, walking around. They want to do us the same way as women. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep us there as well in that character as black women. They want us to have the attitude and the this and the that, and they want us to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to put it like that, but these are black people creating these black roles for these black characters. That's my thing. It's like, I get what he's saying. Like, we don't want to keep putting the black man in a dress, but you're praising the fact that you are the pimp. You know, you came up with the pimp, and you was, you know, the one who, okay, good. Okay, so if you feel like you came up with that character, you made it what it was, fine. But why is that okay for you to always be a pimp, or a black girl or a black woman to always be a you know, a hood girl, or this or that, or a black man to be a drug dealer? Why is that okay? But for him to put on I mean, I don't see the difference. If somebody else sees the difference, that's fine. This is just, you know, strictly my opinion. I think if you're gonna get mad at anything, get mad at it all. Stop making us all, but then you go and you see these white movies and you got them playing, you know, superheroes or somebody who saved the day, or, you know, some other kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they playing all these, you know, romantic roles and all this other bullshit. You got them doing other stuff too, but it's not frowned upon. So when you put a white man in a dress, it's not frowned upon. When you put a white man as a drug dealer, it's not frowned upon. When you put a white girl as a crackhead, it's not frowned upon. But when the black person does it, then it is. It's like, stop doing this to our people. Well, if you're gonna stop putting us in dresses, and stop making us hoes. Stop making us strippers. Stop doing that to the women. You want us to be something, and you don't want to do this. It has to go both ways, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, and I respect everybody else's.
That's your argument for Cat. That's basically your argument for Cat. This is your argument for Cat specifically, because he's the only one basically that came out and said what he said. So for me, your argument is definitely just for Cat, but I feel like what we're talking about is still all hand in hand. Yeah, they should. We just get better roles. Let's just write better stuff. We didn't see every pimp, every hoe, every slut. We have seen it all. We have seen it all. We've seen it all. We're like, okay, stop regurgitating that. We've seen it.
Right.
To your point, not only stop, you know, if you are a creative person and you are writing that, how about this? With people that are creating stuff, you should be mindful, if you wouldn't play that part, that you shouldn't be asking somebody else to do so. Now, if you are Martin, who wanted to play this part and wrote this part for himself, then that's something different. But for people to just be making these parts and making it, and they think that we're laughing with them, we're not. We're not laughing with y'all because it's not funny. We don't think it's funny. Tyler Perry took it to the next dimension when he became Medea because of whomever was in his family. I guess he's emulating. But at the same time, I don't think that he feels like he's emasculating himself, because ain't nobody told him to do it but him. He wrote it, he put it in the play, he started making movies. He's a billionaire behind it. See what I'm saying? But I don't see Tyler coming at anybody like, yeah, they made me wear this dress. I don't know why. But who I did see, this is what I was trying to say when you guys was talking earlier. What I did see, that, what's the guy's name? I don't know if I know his name. He played in Big Mama's House as the sidekick.
Yeah.
That guy was mad, and later on did like YouTube interviews and stuff, and was saying that he was emasculated and he didn't enjoy being put in this movie. And I'm thinking to myself, so
did he have to take the part?
Why'd you do it?
Well, people do it to get ahead in their career. They feel like it's gonna be a one-time thing. I'm gonna suck this up and I'm gonna do it.
Going back to my point.
If you're saying that that's the only way you can change your career is if you do something like this then you're just putting yourself as an actor. You're saying basically that I can't get no other roles because of XYZ. But what else have you seen him in?
Who?
What else have you seen him in?
Who? Brandon?
Brandon Jackson.
Oh, I've seen him in he was in Lottery Ticket. He was with for Bow Wow's his little homeboy. He was in
but
the
point of saying that is that they shouldn't do it. They shouldn't do it. They shouldn't take it. But here's the thing: you get blackballed.
Yeah,
you get
blackballed. You get
your own career. So I mean, people are not going to. I mean, there's a line and there's a way that you have to move. If you're up and you have a little bit more say so, like the Kevin Harts and the C part, yeah, they can kind of dictate what they're going to take and cannot to a certain extent, right? But when you're on the low totem pole, you really don't have that room, that wiggle room. If this is the industry you want to be in. Now, if you want to question it, should you continue in this industry? Like a lot of the entertainers, you say, then they shouldn't do it. Well, if it's questioning their integrity and they feel like, for instance, I mean, when it comes to, because the dress thing is not just when it comes to the movie industry. It's in the music industry. It's in all the whole entertainment. It's the Hollywood. You know what I mean? They're emasculating men by putting in dresses. If you look at the Tyrese's, they putting in on dresses and putting it. It's all across the board. So it's not pertaining just to the actors. It's the whole industry who the powers that be say, hey, if you want to get ahead, you're gonna do X, Y, and Z. I mean,
they're puppeteers. They're puppeteers.
I agree. Absolutely. Hands down, I agree. Yes, I agree. I guess my only thing is, I guess I say like this. Cat Williams say he's had a lot of stuff hit his desk, and he has rejected it because he didn't want to play the part. He said he had a lot of scripts that came across. He's still out there. He's still doing his thing. Yes, he does finance his own, comedy, his own tours and everything. But my point to that is that he had the option to say no, and people still love him. He's just doing it in a different way. It didn't necessarily cancel him. He's not like out of the spotlight. It's not like people aren't looking for him, because they are. They go out to his shows. They support him. They do all of that. So he does still have an audience. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a fortunate one to do it.
My thing is that where at in the industry do you want to be, where you feel like the only way I'm going to get ahead is if I do this? I can't say no. And like Princess just said, right after he did that movie, he got the Percy Jackson movie. Absolutely right. But I think that I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm being very closed-minded to certain things and naive to the fact that it's a whole bunch of bullshit out there. I know it's out there, but I guess I'm really not focusing on it too much, because I would like to think that eventually, and just like I say, eventually, it's, things are going to have to turn around. It might not be right now. It might not be tomorrow, but eventually it will. Because as Black actors and actresses, we make up a lot of the entertainment out there. Hell, a whole bunch, what you say, shit, more than 50% of the entertainment out there. You know what I'm saying? We make it happen. And so eventually something's going to have to happen. I'm not saying that these people got to put on dresses. It was just me thinking. It's not like I'm saying that should happen. I'm just trying to give a little bit of,
right. Playing devil's advocate. Like, if you wanted to do it, why should you be tearing down for it?
They do that. I'm not saying that they should be put on the dress. I'm just saying is that don't put down another person for what they have chose to do, or make it seem like you have been forced to do something you don't want to do. Because another Black actor feels like that's the only way that they can come up. So we're gonna bring. It's just basically saying like, okay, it's hard to get parts out here. It's hard for us to get some parts. They not hiring us like that. So if you want to get hired, come on now, do what you got. That's just like if you work a 9 to 5, you go to work every day and you go a little bit above and beyond what they're asking you to do, so you can impress that person above you that writes your paycheck, or that gives you the raises, or that gives you the promotion. Sometimes you do a little bit more than what you really want to do in order to get that promotion.
Is it questioning your integrity and your character?
Are you gonna be able to look yourself in the mirror when you wake up?
Well, obviously they can look themselves in the mirror if they did it. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it.
So what you saying is don't talk about.
He started the whole conversation, and he's a prime example. He didn't want to do it, so he didn't. But
Yeah,
he's still
but
fighting.
and the reason why he's talking about it, because he is one of the more fortunate ones that did not do it, had denied it, refused the money, didn't do it, and he still paid because he found other avenues. A lot of people are not fortunate in that. So I think not only was he putting the people on blast, he was speaking up for the people who did not come forward, who are not who are not telling their truth about that whole situation, saying that, hey, they did it and this is what's happening to them. So if you want to do it, so he's saying that we shouldn't be out here doing it. We stuck together. So it's a twofold thing. He, to one hand, you can look at him like, hey, he's bashing, he's tearing down his own people. And I mean, and if you don't know the whole story, it can look like that. I mean, to some extent, maybe some of it is, because some of it is coming from an emotional point of hurt and anger that he experienced with those individuals, and he is probably hating to some extent. On the other hand, what is he saying? Is it true? And is it affecting other people? And if we stuck together and on so many other levels, could we go a lot further? Yes. Just the whole thing with Taraji right now, she's being quote unquote blackballed because she's speaking out. So it's not about, okay, she's speaking out based on, race and gender, but he's speaking out on integrity and character. Like, if you did this, as a people and Black people, we're subject to doing so much and not doing it. And then we get looked and judged about it. And that's all I'm saying. Like, he has some relevancy in what he was saying. And it's just a matter of how you looking at the gap. Is he looking at this cup half empty or half full? And, you can choose what side to be on. I think it's truth to both. I think it's truth to, you can see it from the point of view that you're seeing it, and also to what he's really trying to say. But you have to look at it, and you have to look at it, outside the box and not just be inside to see like it look like it's coming from one angle. Because I mean, if you look at his whole career and the individuals that he's speaking about, there are some parallels to it, and definitely some truth from what I can see.
And I completely agree. I'm not saying that, that he's wrong. I'm not saying that what he feels or what he's saying that his thought process is wrong. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm not saying that them doing it is wrong. What I'm saying is that you have the right to choose, again, I'm quoting, for instance, again, she was basically saying that if, she said, if I sat on casting couches, I would have been way further in my career. Trust me, there are gatekeepers. You're absolutely right. There are gatekeepers. There definitely are. And it's your choice if you want to go through those gates or not and choose the things that they're offering or not. If you don't want it, don't take it. My thing is that, I guess it's not really my thing. It's just, I guess I'm curious because it's not like I'm standing firm on thinking that what he's saying is wrong. I'm not. That's not what it is. My thing is I'm asking
to get understanding of why he did it.
To get understanding, like, are you saying this because you feel like these people are holding other people back? Are you saying this because you really feel like they're how can I put it? Oh my God, I found crazy.
For me, I feel like he said you got to stand for his. I feel like his philosophy is you stand for something or you fall for anything. And if you're not standing up against about what you don't want to do, and you're doing it because you're just trying to get ahead, then you're gonna fall for anything the next person says. So you're gonna always be in that cycle of you're doing it because somebody's because if it's put you have to think about it. Think about it. I mean, what's his name? Steve Harvey. I mean, like I said, and I like Steve Harvey. I mean, I like him not necessarily for his comedy, but I like him for where he's at in his life. You know what I mean? I like his motivation and all of that. But he even himself said basically he'll sell his soul. Like, I'm not gonna not do X, Y, and Z because it's gonna take food out of my mouth. Well, he's the type of person when you really think about, he gonna fall for anything if it's gonna give him a paycheck. And so
that's him. And that's crazy to me, but that's him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not Kat. That's not whoever else. You don't have to do it.
And so what happens with individuals, a lot of individuals, like, and I'm just using him as an example, there are so many more in the industry who are doing what he's doing, is that because they're doing it, it's stopping others that do not want to go that route and sell their soul, that they want to just do it a clean way. They have the talent, they have the wherewithal to do whatever, play the role, to sing the song, whatever the case may be. They have all of that. And because they're not doing what the gatekeepers want them to do, then now they're not going to get ahead. And that's all I'm saying.
You just basically said exactly what he's probably, and not saying that's what he's thinking. that if we all don't do it, then you shouldn't do it. So basically,
if you're not doing it because you don't want to sell your. No, some people don't have they don't have a qualm about it. Like,
but I'm saying, you said that he's basically saying if we all stick together and don't accept those type of roles and do those type of things, then it would be
it's gonna be a lot of hungry, starving,
it will.
actors.
It will.
Because that's the whole point.
But for
I think we're missing the point. I think we're still missing the point. The point is the powers that be still are around, and until we can get into those sectors, and when we do, we still see that just like when the officers, you know, in plenty of movies that we've seen, you got the bad officer and you get the new rookie, and what they do, they show the rookie how to be the bad cop, because then same thing in the industry. Well, look, if you're gonna be rubbing elbows with us, you're gonna have to do what we do. If you don't like it, then you want to get out. You're gonna have to go home about this.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a catch-22, and we, you know, it's not cool. It's not cool. No. And the fact that maybe it's the messenger, and it's not the message, it's the messenger that you're having a problem with.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's true. That's true. Oh God, it's just so much. And again, this is just, you know, I'm just trying to basically, I guess, pull out, you know, information. It's not so much that I stand firm on all of this stuff. I don't believe that, you know, if you don't want to wear a dress, be a black man, don't do it. I don't think you should do it. You know, but if you feel like you like it, you think it's funny, you wanna, you know, build off of that, then do it. That's your prerogative. I just don't think that you should tear me down because I chose to do it. This is what I wanted to do. I enjoy doing it. So why am I a bad person? Because I enjoy doing it. So if I don't do something that I like to do just because you think that it tears us down, then should I not do it just because you said I shouldn't? That's all I'm saying.
You shouldn't do it because you said you wouldn't do it, but then 10 years later you did it. So which one are you? You shouldn't do it because you said you wouldn't do it. And then 10 years later, 5 years later, you did it. Now, why did you do it? That's
right. Or that.
Yeah.
Or that. Like, don't, you know, like you say you didn't and then you do it because, like, you know, so, I mean, I guess, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping and praying that eventually soon, you know, as, you know, Black actors and actresses, we can actually, you know, come together and really, you know, put something together for ourselves. I know there's a lot of stuff moving out there for us. You know,
Hello, Strike. What you talking, sister? They just went through that for so many weeks. Like
one of the young ladies I know who worked for Sony, you know, Iman, she worked for Sony, and she basically was like, it's so bad. And one of my mom's friends, she works for Sony too, she was like, it's horrible. She was like, you know, they don't even want to pay them, let alone pay the actors. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the actresses, they don't even want to pay them. And so it's a whole lot of stuff that we don't know about that going on in that industry. I don't know half. I probably don't even know a quarter of what goes on in that industry. Only know about what you hear about that comes out on the internet or something. So I can only base my opinions or assumptions really based on what people are saying, because I don't know the facts at all. I have no facts about any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just basically me forming an opinion and assumption based on what people are saying. And I guess because I'm so analytical, I like to know the background behind things. I don't just want to know what you're saying and take what you're saying and run with it. I don't make my opinions based on what somebody says. I form my opinions based on what's going on behind the scenes facts. Like if I meet a brand new person, you know what I'm saying? And somebody say, girl, I don't really like her. Oh, she this and she that. Well, I'm not going to form my opinion based on yours. I'm going to form my opinion based on what I get from this person, because we might look at them in two different ways. And so I think that's how it's going on with me with this situation. I'm looking at it in a different way, not just based on what Cat Williams is saying. I hear what he's saying. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying he's wrong in any way. All I'm saying is that I would like to see another side of things, even though there are people who have spoke up, but there are people who actually spoke up and was like, no, it's not really like that, you know, because the people he's talking about are basically not saying that's not how it is. They're saying that's not how it is. He's saying that is how it is. So that's two different opinions in the same industry that people have. Do you get what I'm saying? So if two people in the same industry of the same nationality have two different opinions, who's right and who's wrong? I can't say that because I don't know. I don't have the facts. I know that Black people are being held back. I know we don't get what we are worth. I know that. I ain't crazy. You know, as chocolate as I am, I get, you know, I see it, you know. But what I'm saying is that I can't base my opinion just based off of what he's saying. I can't say that it's wrong or right just based off of what he's saying. All I want to know is, what's the facts? Like, why are you so angry now when 12 Netflix shows in, as you saying, you got the most Netflix shows out there, you're doing the best. Okay, why weren't you this mad in the beginning? Why weren't you this mad when you got offered the role for Big Mama's house? Why weren't you saying these things when you get what I'm saying? Why weren't you saying this? Why did you have to bring up Ludacris and this person and that person?
That was crazy.
Totally different industries. And they have nothing to do with what you got going on. Nothing that happened with Ludacris, you know, reflected on you. You guys were just up for the same role. You decided not to take it. He decided to take it. Now he's a bad guy. Why is that? I just want to know what the why is. That's all. Because if you're going to put that out there, you put it out there for us to hear. Only put it out there to hear what your opinion is. You're not putting it out there to say, you know, this is factual. Because if you put the facts out there, then you and Luda would have came together and discussed it together. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I just want to know what the why is. I just want to know what the why is. You can't expect for people to change if you don't give them details on why they should, not just your opinion on why they should. That's your opinion on why they should change and do things different. What's the facts on why they should change and do things different? Let's come together and talk about that. Let's not bash each other. Let's come together and talk about that. How about we talk about together how we can stop this gatekeeping, or we can stop this men in dresses and all this stuff. Let's come together and do that. Why tear each other down? That's all I'm trying to figure out. I guess that's my question, you know. And you're right. I need to know Hollywood before I can get the why. And because I'm not in Hollywood, teach me. Explain it to me. You come on the internet and you tell me what's going on and what's bad. So explain it to me. Let me know what's going on, because obviously you want me to know the information because you out here telling it. You on the internet, you telling it, you disclosing it. So you want me to know. You want me to know what's going on. Well, give me the facts. Give me what's going on in there. You want me to base an opinion, or form an opinion based off of what you're saying, but you're not telling me why. If you're in that industry, let me know. If I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to make something, I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to do a specific thing that I am into. If I, you know, being a manager at a job, I get it's not that simple. I know, Princess, I get what you're saying. I'm not arguing that fact. All I'm saying, I know it's not that simple. Nothing is going to be that simple, because if it was that simple, then we wouldn't have issues and problems and questions.
And right? The other thing too, a lot of times, if you look about it, even with Taraji, a lot of people speak in code because they don't want to put everybody out on blast. And so they're speaking subliminal, but if you can read between the lines, they're telling you the why behind it. They're telling you the facts behind it. And you have to know how to read between the lines when people are giving out information as well.
And with Taraji, I understand it, hands down. I get what she's saying. I get her why. I don't understand Kat's why, but I get Taraji's why. Having questioned it, none of that.
Because
I get Viola. I understand this is why. She said the same thing too. I get Monique's why. Never thought Monique was
wrong. But they didn't blatantly come out and say it though. They were speaking in code for a whole lot of it. And so, I mean, and to Prince's point is that you have to understand that particular industry and to understand why he's speaking in codes, but he's telling you facts. It's not just his opinion.
Well, the only reason why I feel like he should say a little bit more is only because he contradicted stuff on two different shows. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because other people in that industry are not going against him, but saying, come on, Cal, we could have did it a different way. That's the only why.
But they're not negating, like, if you looked at the majority of people, now you're going to have some people who are going to refute what he's saying, especially when it came to his life, like how he started. Like some people didn't agree with that. And that was a small portion of his whole story. His whole thing that he told, that was a small portion that people didn't agree with. If you look back, even for the individuals that he talked about, they never once said he was a lie. They never did. Just upset to your point, why now, right? So, and that's one of your biggest questions is why all of a sudden now? And I mean, I can't answer that, but the facts that he talked about, if you listen to what he's saying, he is telling you the reason in between there, the facts of why he's saying he did.
Well,
The
I'm
reason
gonna go
why
back
he chose the
and listen to
opportunity,
it then
the
because
reason, the time frame, and why he chooses to come out, whatever he's saying. I don't really know that. I can't answer that. Only he can answer that. You know what I mean? It's no other thing but him. But if you look and listen to what he's saying from interview to interview, he is telling you the reason why, the facts behind it.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at them again. And now that you pointed that out, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look at them again. I'm gonna, do my own, personal analyzing, see if I can really figure it out and
So when you do, Miko, watch Willie's first because Princess said that Willie D's was first and then Shay Shay's. So
Okay.
watch it in order.
I'm gonna watch it in that order. And then
Yeah.
I've been looking at some of the stuff that he's been saying based on, because he's getting a little angry with the fact that people are saying, certain things. So I'm gonna look at some more of those again after that. And, and also, I look at something like the people who do love Cat in real life, for example, like when Cube came out and was like, okay, Cat's my dog, I love him. He didn't say anything. He just was like, he did not write that part. He was like, the movie was done before Cat, the whole character was created before Cat Williams was put on.
Well, I think where that was where to Cat's what Cat was trying to say is that what he was able to do was take that character, even with whatever they wrote for that small piece of character that they did. He went in there and he tore it up. He embellished. He went in there and made that character come to life. So maybe they had 5 lines. He did 20 lines.
Mm-hmm. Right. He did
5 years and then 15 of years.
Yeah. Yeah. He did say that he did ad-lib a lot, which is he did.
This is how you get your show. This is what make you stand out from the 300 people that you was with.
Absolutely.
Right. So, yeah. So I mean he did an amazing job. I mean, like I said, I am definitely a Cat Williams fan. I love Cat Williams. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he's not I love Cat Williams. I really do. I just I guess
you just want to know why and why now.
Well,
why now?
I'm gonna go back and look at it again, Princess, because if he told me the answer, I want to really hear it. Because like I said, what I'm saying is not something that, it's not something that's just like firm or this is what it is. Absolutely not. I just want to really understand it for myself. Maybe I'm missing something. I could possibly be missing something. I'm not saying that I'm not. So that's why I'm going to go back and look at it again, because maybe I looked at it from a different way, a different point of view, or a different perspective. So now that we're talking, I can go back and look at it with different eyes. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I can see things that I probably missed the last time. I probably wasn't focused on the right thing. That's possible. I mean, I'm not, what I'm saying don't mean hella beans anyway to anybody. It's just my opinion. I just, so I'll go back and I'll rewatch it. I'll watch it in a different order, and then I'll see if I can hear or see what it is that, was presented to me that I missed. That's all I want. I just want to know, why he decided now versus before to come out and say anything. If he can't be canceled because he does do all of his own stuff, why didn't he say it before then? Why didn't he make it an effort to take this in a different direction so maybe other actors or, Black, entertainers can see it differently and change their mind?
I think he did say some things in years prior. I don't think it got as much as legs on it. We're in a whole other different time where social media is taking a hold and they'll take it. I think that a lot of those bits, the show again got legs because this is the climate that we are in. Before he spoke, and it went on not necessarily deaf ears, but not as many ears as it did this time around. And so to say that he never said nothing, no, he's been vocal about a lot of what he's been going throughout the years. I just don't think, I mean, not just his whole thing, but his beefs with different people are, like he said, every industry got their own things that, their little cliques and all of that. He agreed to that. I'm quite sure he has his own clique. And so as he's saying that, he knows that, those exist, but it's something deeper than that. And I just think that, like I said, I feel like this particular interview got legs because of the climate that we are in social media. That's it.
That's basically it.
Okay, so I guess my last question is gonna be, and this is good. I know I probably stirred up a lot of people, but I only do that just so I can get other people's ideas, opinions, and thoughts. You know, it's nothing personal about the person who actually made the comment. You know, Cat Williams or anything. I don't have anything personal about none of these people because I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? And as far as I'm concerned, I like them all. You know, but so I guess what do you think, in your own opinions, should happen based on what he has brought to the the forefront to make things different? I mean, it's just our opinions. It's not like Hollywood's gonna listen to us. You know what I'm saying? But just what do you think should happen, or what do you think could happen to possibly make things change?
I just thought I feel like the change is going to happen in that industry, and what he did was bringing it awareness. So he was like, for all, I feel like he was saying, for all that you guys love and adore, all these entertainers, all these people that's in this industry you love and adore. This is how they got to where they are, and this is how I got to where I am. And if we hold each other and hold other people, as everyone's more worthy about. They are. I agree with how Princess, right? The Princess, right? I agree with her. It's, I mean, that's the bottom line. It's that what it's going to take is that for those who claiming to have integrity and morals and character and have standards, you have to stand. When they say stand on business, stand on business. So if a lot of us was to stand on business alone and hold accountable, not each other, not just each other, because what he's saying is not. I mean, yes, it looks like he's tearing them down because he gave their path of how they got to their success. But he also, if you think about
Trying to get to the top.
yeah, he brought it to the top because they don't make the rules. It's people in the top making the rules. So if we stuck together as a whole, whether I'm doing this and said no, and they did that and they said yes to, but they integrity and they heart, if hearts didn't want to, if we stuck together and stood our ground, then we would make those powers that be buckle down, come down to where we are. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have that much control. And so I think that's the moral of the story for me, that he was really trying to initiate, you know. I mean,
Okay.
he got his clown in with them, and you know, he got his little.
He did his comedy on it, his comedy spin on it, but
he
he was
did.
being serious on the
Absolutely.
content.
And that's where it takes you to read between the lines. You know, you got to be a line in between line reader.
The word is clever. He's clever.
Right. Yeah.
Very clever.
Right. I guess that's where I have my hang up at, because I'm a literal person.
Direct. Like it's either black or white.
No, I'm literal. So you know, I'm not saying I can't read between the lines, but I got to go back and redo it because I'm a literal person. Whatever comes out of your mouth is basically what I go on. I don't sit here and say, oh, well, maybe they meant, or they should have meant, you know, because sometimes I have to go back and, okay, I heard what they said. This is what I got from it. Let me redo it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I will do. Like I said, I will go back and do it because I'm a literal person, you know, and if I tell you, you know, my nose is cold, then my nose is cold. That just is what it is. I don't expect you to read between the lines. And I have to stop taking that and thinking that's how everybody else is, you know, is receiving information, because not everybody receives it that same way. You know, everybody can do things different. So I just, you know, so yes, and Princess asked another question. If it will, it kind of boils out to, if someone gave you the chance to change your life, you always fantasize about what would and what you love. What would you do to get it? To be honest, Princess, there's a lot of things that I have said no to, that I don't do, that I haven't done. Yes, that I haven't done. I mean, I think that I could have been further along in what I am doing as well. If I probably would have took those little, you know, little offers and that little, you know. So yes, you're absolutely right. It really boils down to what the person is willing to do in order to make that change. And I don't regret it. I know that I probably could have had a whole lot more going on, but I don't regret it. I'm comfortable with where I am right now, and I'm still pushing. We still trying to, you know, make sure, you know, this black tea thing is a success. We work hard at it, you know, on the Sunday brunch with Black Tea, as well as Black Tea Complete. So yes, you're absolutely right. Some people will do things. Everybody's morals are different. Everybody's boundaries are different. And, you know, I guess that's what it boils down to. Not like you said, it boils down to that, like, what would they do? And some people willing to do it, some people won't. But I don't know if the person who's willing to do it, I mean, you know, that's your prerogative. I might not agree with it. I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to bash you for it. but I don't agree with. I don't have to like what you're doing. And to just be like, it is what it is. I don't have to like it.
But if many people are doing what you wouldn't do in order to get ahead, and you didn't do it, it will affect you, and it does affect you in a negative way. If you feel like, if you see a lot of people getting, and that's just human nature. Just take all the BS out of it, and not a right or wrong situation. As human nature, you could have went this route, and several people didn't. Went the other route, took the easy way out. And they did things that you would not agree with. You feel some type of way, and I just really
probably will. But I'm not gonna sit here and Candace, you a fucked up person because you did this and you got all this and I don't because I didn't want to.
You might not say it, but you're thinking it. You might.
Yeah,
not
but
say it.
absolutely. But that's what I'm saying.
And so it's saying it for a lot of people.
What made him come out and say it? He could be feeling it. But something had to have happened. That's all I'm saying is something had to have happened to make this man that has made his success out of his own pockets come out and say something about these people who did it the other way. You know what I'm saying? That he felt was not the best way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that cat is wrong.
Yeah, it's just time and opportunity.
It was wrong. All I'm saying now, what made him say it now? Like, I don't know. I keep going back to that. What made it now versus before? What's the difference now than before? That's all I'm saying. And I hear you saying it's because all the internet chatter that's coming out, everything that's happening with Taraji, everything else is coming out. And somebody else brought it to a head, and then he said, okay, now I'm going to speak. He could have spoke a long time ago. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying what happened now to make him say it. Because now it's getting it's crazy. If you go online and you see all the stuff that people are saying about what he's doing and what he has said, it's absolutely crazy. And it's so conflicted. Everybody
it's going back to what Candace said and what Princess is saying. It's because Shannon Sharp, Club Shasha, or Shay Shay, or whatever you call itself, which is really weird. Right. But okay, Club Shay Shay. No disrespect though. You was a great football player, bro. But I ain't with that Shay Shay. I'd rather you go by Shan. Club Shan.
Yeah.
Shan Rock. Anything but Shay Shay. Okay, bro? But anyway, it's the fact that they went on Club Shay Shay and they opened up a can of worms and they thought that cat was also gonna think about some things. But no, he took his comedic ability and said, I'm gonna make it funny, but I'm gonna put your ass on blast. That's what I'm gonna do. Because this is what I do. This is what I do. And let me show you how good I do it. I'm gonna have everybody and their mama talking about it like we're doing.
Right.
I told you clever and smart. And you're right. It's something that happened, but to their point, it's other people talking and they thought, okay, they ain't gonna say nothing. No, he is. You got the right one.
I don't know why
they got the right one, and they had the right one, and Shannon Sharp gave him the right day. I said they got the right one, and Shannon Sharp gave him the right day to say it. Gave him the time and the opportunity to be able to say it. And he addressed it. He but he got everybody. He said whatever else was on his heart to say too.
Right.
When we talk about why did he go back? It's because he had the time and opportunity, and he knew that wouldn't have been another opportunity for him to say and make the effect that particular show did. And no, could anyone have fathomed that it would have done what it did? No, but he did it because he felt like it was the opportunity to address what was being said about him. And while I'm at it, let me speak what else is on my heart about this whole industry thing. That's all I think it was.
I think that's fair. I think that's about it. But when you watch it again, that's probably what you're gonna get. Like, it was right there all the time. It was right there. Because you're listening so close to the analytical part of what he's saying.
Yeah.
You're missing the fact that he is being clever and saying what he got to say to the higher ups. He's using his peers to get to the higher ups.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
Yeah, subliminal messages there. There's a lot of subliminal messages. Yeah,
yes.
A lot of direct messages, comedic messages, but a lot of subliminals is there as well.
Same thing with going and Megan Thee Stallion thing. Not that we're gonna go into the same difference. How Megan is subliminal and it hit harder. And then Nikki want to come around and she want to put out the same thing and say the same thing over. Even her rhymes are the same, like king and king. It's like, girl, what are you? What? Wait, those are the same lines. What are you saying? So and it hit harder with the subliminals. That's why. Mm-hmm. And it takes somebody clever or somebody read between the lines and say, "Did you catch what he said?"
Right.
I'm about to sound real, and I'm gonna have to hide my face for this, but I'm about to sound real crazy and contradictive because when I listened to their songs, I caught that. I caught the underline. I don't know how I did that, and I'm not good with rap. I'll be sitting there listening. I'll be like, "What is he talking about?" You know, and he always got me like, "Girl, this is what he's saying." You know, he always got it. But I was like, "Oh my God, she throwing some jabs." Because even I was talking to you, California Shooting, about it. I was like, "Man, she getting it in." So I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say with that, I was paying a little bit more attention, maybe because I went into it with a little bit of a different mindset. Because I had already heard the all the clapbacks about everything. So I was like, okay, let me really focus on this and really see if I can pull out what they got going on. So yeah,
it's a mess. But yeah, back to all I was saying is subliminals, they count. It just, and the more that you do it that way and other people can really get your point across and you didn't have to, good for you. Go ahead. Get my message. Go ahead. Take the message and push it through. Because what you're going to do is go back and read what I said and I'm going to be like, I didn't quite say it that way, but if that's what you got from it, that's what you got from it. So, kudos to for me right now, Megan, because she's being very subtle and subliminal and not coming right in your face. And Nikki, you're too old to be acting the way you are. You're behaving very infantile. So please stop. Not at all.
I have one comment. I talk too dang much, so excuse me, y'all, because I talk a lot. I always got something to say, and I apologize. At least I know that about myself. I guess the only thing I can say about that whole situation is that because that's another person tearing another person down. Nikki needs to stop because she did the same thing to Lil' Kim. When Lil' Kim so knock it off. And let that girl do her music. You don't want the next generation under you to come up. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you're not going to be that person for the rest of your life. Somebody's going to come behind you. You're going to grow up. You're going to get older.
You would think.
Yeah, so you would think.
You would think.
You would think she would want to pass the torch instead of her torch light going out, right?
Yeah, like that's crazy. But you know what? I hate to say it, and I'm probably gonna get my little cousin she gonna cancel me because I'm about to say what I'm about to say. But I've never been a big Nicki Minaj fan. Oh my God, I'm about to be canceled because like so many people. I like Cardi B better than Nicki Minaj. That's just my whole thing. So, and I think it's because she's a little bit more real. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's just from what I see. I'm not saying that I like the stuff she say and do all the time. All I'm saying is she's being her person. She's being her real person. To me. Now, if there's something fake about her, I don't know that she does a damn good job of covering up. But Nicki's ass, she didn't switch. I don't know how many she didn't switch people. I don't know who she is. I really don't know if she wearing the baggy pants with the crop tops and the the long hair with the beanies. Is she the Barbie doll? Is she I don't know what she is. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when she be talking and saying stuff, I don't know. I be confused. And so I don't know. I'm not a big Nicki fan like that. I'm not saying her music is simply bad. I don't listen to it all. I stopped a long time ago because it didn't really appeal to me. Again, I talk a lot. That's my opinion. And as Tabitha Brown said, that's my business. But I don't know. I just think Megan Thee Stallion really, I don't know. I like her a little bit better right now. I like her. I like how she's handling it. Now, if I'm seeing something different from other people, please fill me in. I don't mind hearing other people's, but I don't know.
Nikki, for me, when she first came out, I thought it was a gimmick. I thought she was very gimmicky. I didn't understand. I was like, okay, because we got the Little Kim. I got, how we watched Little Kim evolve. So we know how that went. But when Nikki came out, it was like you were almost taking her style, Kim's, and trying to make it your own, which is fine. Yeah. But the point of this is at least say, what Kim is one of my favorites. She, I've been watching her since I've been wanting to be a rapper. Whatever it was that you should have said, because to see her and act like you that I ain't never watched her, or I don't even copy her style or nothing. Girl, with all the colored wigs, this is exactly what you did. Kim had the eyes and the eye color and the hair color matching, like, and her outfits. That's what she did. Yeah. So when Nikki first came out, I just felt she was kind of gimmicky. But then when I really listened to her rap, I was like, wait, her raps is tight. Like, she really, she got bars. Where it went bad for me is when she started having her barbs become like her bodyguards or people she can hide behind or let them do her dirty work. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. And I don't like that about Beyonce's Beehive. I love Beyonce. Am I part of the Beehive? No. I'm 51 years old. I'm not behind nobody's Beehive. I'm not a barb either. Because I'm older than both of y'all. Like, why would I follow y'all? I'm older than y'all. If anything, you should be a cutie. Knock it off. If anything, become a cutie, boo-boo. But what I'm saying,
I would throw my shameful plug out there. I'm not a groupie. I mean, I don't get excited like that over celebrities, except for two.
Just Mary. Just Mary J. Blige.
Show her face. It's over. And if Morris Chestnut show his face, just hang it up, okay? I chased him down the airport one time, so I'm shamefully saying that. But I'm not a celebrity, groupie person. I think that I'm just as important as they are. Okay. So I don't necessarily think they deserve more. I love your music. You are dope. I love your acting. I love all of that. But I'm not about to pass out because I saw you, and I'm not about to cry. I'm not about to get, and I don't know. That's just not me. But for anybody else that feels that, then hey, so be it for them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not. But Mary J. Blige. I mean, I gotta say it. I'm being honest. I will.
Hey, have you seen
I speak for a minute like I did before when I saw her.
Have you seen the commercial for the? I feel like it's maybe the hip hop honors or it's not the Grammys because I know Grammys is coming up, but it's something on BET or it might be a black award show. But LaToya Luckett is on the commercial. Looking bomb is all get out. Hair laid for the guys, blonde, shortcut. She looking good. She going walking through the place, and she's like, "Girl, I hope you watch whatever show this is." I'm sorry, LaToya, that I can't remember, but you look so good in the thing. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I can just look at her and keep my eyeballs on her. But it's what she does on the video on this commercial. So she's like, "Yeah, you gotta watch it because I'm hosting, and girl, such and such gonna be there, and such and such gonna be there." And then they move this like clothing rack, and when they move the clothing rack, it's Mary J. Blige's room, and she says, "And girl, Mary J. Blige gonna get there." So then she go to daydreaming. She go to daydreaming, and she's Mary. She start doing Mary's dance and doing her little thing. I said, "Now see, this is how we all feel about Mary. Like, right? I don't know nobody that don't like Mary. Like, I ain't never heard nobody say, "Oh, I can't stand no Mary song. Oh, that girl. Oh, I can't stand her." Nothing. I have not ever found one person that not liked Mary J. Blige. So that commercial resonated with me, and I know it will with you.
I'll be the president of her fan club.
Miss ain't starstruck. Miss ain't starstruck.
That's it. She the one, honey. She the one. I like so many. I like a lot of them, but Barry, I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know. But anywho, this was awesome, ladies. I thank you guys for letting me run my mouth today. I thank you guys for entertaining my little rebuttals and all that stuff like that. I like to pull out information. I guess you could say, people say, a lot of people say I miss my calling, Black House Leather Chairs, because sometimes, I just like to pull it out so I can get nothing else out of you, and then that's where we find out what's going to happen at the end. So I'm definitely going to come back and maybe not talk as much about it. I'm just going to give you what I found out, maybe 5 minutes of what I think.
No, what she going to do is give me and Candy not even an apology. She just going to be like, "Oh,
I see what you're saying.
I was in the gray area.
I don't feel nothing about apologize. I own it. If I did, I sorry. Like when people tell me I talk too much, they say, Nico, be quiet. I have to say, okay, my bad. You know, because I know these things about myself. So I will come back and
But before we leave, I have one other thing that I want to share with you guys. I know we're right under 2 hours. Y'all got a nice, good long from the Sunday brunch with black tea because it's been a couple of weeks since we've been on, so we have to give y'all a little.
We made up for that
extra,
time, right?
A little extra, right?
Yeah.
But before we leave, I just want to do one other thing. One last subject.
O-T with Q.
Y'all know the Super Bowl is coming up next weekend.
I'm sorry, you're right. Go ahead, girl.
You talking, girl. You can't leave this live without letting me talk about my football. Okay?
Girl, yes.
The floor is yours, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Look at her, Katie. She had to put on the glasses. She had to
Right?
see.
I don't want to read a little sorry. You got a little bit. My body just got hot right there. I'm sick. I know. Let me slow down a little warm. Okay. So y'all, Super Bowl 58 is on its way, y'all. Guess where it's gonna be at? It's gonna be in Las Vegas, baby. It's at the Raiders Stadium, my loves. So 3:00 next week, February 11th, you want to be front and center for the Super Bowl. Not only for the Super Bowl, because the Kansas City Chiefs is going to be there and the 49ers are going to be there, which I don't like neither one of those teams. Let's be but
keep it all the way real, right?
Y'all see my team. Y'all see what I rep. Y'all see what I do, black and silver. I bleed black and silver. This is what I do. This is actually, I'm in my corner, my Raider corner to be. Look at what this my sis. She made this too, y'all. Miko made me this. Okay, Miko.
Open it up to show the inside so they can know what's supposed to go on.
Little, it's actually a little case, But remember, I'm the one that she makes stuff for, so I don't get all the goodies and things. But I did buy 2 of them for my other fellow. I got one for New Orleans fan and one for a 49er fan. But that's what it looks like. That's the inside. You put your little glass, your little flask, your little drink. You close it up. You walk in. You go to your tailgate party. There you go. That's what you do. You be cute. Okay. That's my little case. But little shameless plug for Sunday brunch black tea. You know what I mean? Black. What is it? Events. Black tea. That's what she do.
Black tea is. Go ahead, girl.
Okay. So yeah, y'all. So here we go. All I'm saying is it's Super Bowl 58 and the 49ers is there. The Chiefs are also there, which is kind of crazy. The reason why I say that is because we have a couple of fun facts that I just want to share with y'all. So Super Bowl, I already told y'all, Super Bowl 58, Kansas City Chiefs, 49ers. Okay. This is their second time, people. Second time matching up in the Super Bowl. The previous one was in 2019. So this is a repeat. Of course, the Chiefs won that game. Okay. The Chiefs won that game. So that's another little fun fact. The Chiefs, this is their 4th time into the Super Bowl in 5 seasons. Okay. Okay. So they're becoming like a little dynasty, and they're Mahomes. That boy is bad. He's a youngster too. So they got a lot of time. They're putting him up there with the Patriots. Y'all remember when the Patriots, when Brady was winning, you couldn't get Brady out of the Super Bowl. It's like, okay, New England and who? Because we knew, right? So I'm just saying that to say, kudos to KSC, the Kansas City Chiefs. that is amazing. That is not no hard, no easy thing to do. So I'm excited about that. I want to also share with you guys the other reasons, especially if you're not a football fan, which there are a lot of women and men that are not. Usher is doing the halftime, y'all. There's another reason for y'all to want to watch it, okay? Usher is doing the halftime. Post Malone is actually opening up, and I think he's doing not the Star Spangled Banner. What's the other one that we sing? It's another song that he's singing. Which one?
You said the national anthem?
No, he's not singing the national anthem. He's singing the other one, the other song.
Reba McEntire is doing the national anthem.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, Reba. All right.
Hey.
All right. So there's gonna be so much fun things to see. Definitely want to see what Usher's gonna open up with, what he's gonna end up with. Is he gonna bring anybody on the stage? Like it's so much. And then as far as the last thing I want to ask you ladies is, who do you guys think is gonna win the Super Bowl? I will give you my take on it last. Remember, Kansas City has been in this position 4 times within the last 5 seasons. So 49ers, they've won recently as well. Not as recent as the Chiefs, but they've been there and they've won recent times. So, Miko, what would be your prediction, honey bun?
Well, I'm gonna have to say it like this. I'm gonna have to be a bandwagon person, and I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon and go with who my husband is going for, and that's the 49ers, even though neither one of those are his teams.
Oh, yeah, I know he is a Rams fan. Yes, he is. Used to be a Dolphins fan. He used to be a Falcons fan, and they did really well.
But I feel like that people know is I said if LA ever got another team, I'm rolling with them. So
and he did.
with his boys all the time. So he's definitely a Rams fan by way of the Dolphins.
That's right.
But he's for the Super Bowl. He's closing out for 49ers. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with the 49ers.
Okay, Miss Candy. What we talking?
Also, I'm going, and it's not even a bandwagon. I'm just going to show some California love because
come on,
I gotta go with the 49ers. I mean, that's California. Okay. Why would I not? I too am a Rams fan, and so by way, we're gonna go with San Francisco because they just Cali love. You know.
Okay. All right. Well,
but let me get my pick. Let me put my pick in.
Okay.
I already know I do not mess with the Kansas City Chiefs because they're my division. Okay. So never roll with them. Not ever do I roll with them. So by default and by chance, with my name being California Cutie,
right?
You know I gotta roll with the California team. Right. What we talking? Right. We are definitely rolling with them Niners. This time I feel like they're a little bit more hungry. Not to say that KC is not, they always hungry. They eat them up all the time. So all I'm saying is the next time you guys see us, which will be 2 weeks from now, the Super Bowl will have happened, and we will come and see if our team that we thought
have won, right?
Exactly. So I just had to come to y'all.
When 2 or more gather. You know they say when 2 or more gather, but it's 3 of us. We gotta be going. We have to have the San Francisco win.
Well, they better give us our props. They better give us our props when they win. I'll be like, look, what the person like, yeah, you about to put it down, you know.
let me say something about this comment right here. Right, this comment right here. Exactly. I'm here for Usher. Come on, girl, because I am so tired. The other drama is that, you know, Taylor Swift is dating, is it Travis?
Yeah.
Travis,
Scott?
Is it? No, is it Kelsey?
Travis.
Kelsey. It's Kelsey.
We don't even know who the name is.
I do know. Not you. That's why I'm talking. I'm the football person here. They don't know. Right. What I'm saying is Taylor Swift is dating one of the Kansas City Chiefs. If you would have to be under a rock and not breathing to not know that she's dating one of the Kelsey brothers, the one that's on the Chiefs, the younger brother, and cute couple. We're happy to see it and all that good stuff. But every time he makes a touchdown, he touches the ball or anything, here she is cheering and showing her red lips.
So
in this.
You know what's so sad? Like, if you look him up, you're gonna see her. She's gonna come up before he would.
That's what's annoying to me.
That's facts. She will come up before he would. Like what?
That's a problem because we're talking about football here. Yeah. So when she go on tour, I want to see when y'all pull up, hit the ticket, it better have his face pop up.
Exactly.
Because ain't nobody got time for that. They made me mad with that. Yeah. Because the wives, the housewives, or the wives at home, when they first got together, the wives were so pumped. That was, wives don't really talk about football. I am one of the wives that do, but most wives don't.
In general,
right. When I tell you, they was the wives was coming to the husbands like, so Taylor Swift put Travis on the map. The audacity,
right?
This man is a Super Bowl champ. Taylor, if you don't go lay yourself down somewhere, girl.
Right.
Super Bowl champ, go sit down. Like seriously, don't do that. Don't y'all do that, Taylor. Love you, girl, but go on, sit down. Go on, sit down somewhere, girl.
Usher gonna do his thing. That's why I'm chiming in too, Princess. And
that's what he's doing. Post Malone is doing America the Beautiful. Thank you, Princess.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what he's doing. And I like Posty, so I'm a Post Malone fan. I seen him come out with Drake a couple of years ago. Won some tickets off the radio, like I always do. And went to go see Drake for my birthday, and Post came out with him. Y'all know I just won Busta Rhymes tickets, on the radio.
Okay.
So,
well, you gotta play CC. You gotta play some lotteries.
I do. I've been playing. They don't give me no money though.
Give me the numbers, girl. Give me the numbers.
So yeah, y'all, that's it for football. I just want to let y'all know that us ladies, we watch football. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, California TV. We appreciate it. Everybody got to tune in, watch that Super Bowl. Come back with your comments and your thoughts about what happened with that Super Bowl, especially halftime. So that's where we're gonna be planning. I haven't been planning, but we know that 49ers is about to take this, and they gonna keep the California rep going with these wins and everything. We love them and everything. So good luck to the teams, both of the teams going out there to do their thing and putting it down for their team. Anywho, but thank you guys so much for joining us. This was definitely fun. Sorry we kept you guys here so long. Sorry I ran my mouth so much, and I'm still running it. But I just want to say thank you guys all. Hope to see you on the next show, which is going to be in 2 weeks. And we will come out with our meals and all of that. If you have anything, if you want to decide you want to cook and come to the table with us with your food, let us know what you told. We'll talk about it on the air and let everybody know what our guests are eating on Sunday Brunch with Black Tea, and keep it popping. Next week, Candace is going to have something wonderful for us. Ain't that right, Candy?
I will.
She's going to have something wonderful. She's going to go in there and dig it and for her. And
you got 2 weeks, Candy. 2 weeks to work on it.
She got something. And check out any of our older shows that we have, so you can see exactly how we used to lay out our meals. And if you have any questions or comments about those and the recipes for those and what we did for those, and you want to try any of those recipes, go ahead and put a message out there, because we can get the messages before the show starts, so we'll be able to know. But again, I thank you guys so much for joining us this weekend, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye. I'm sorry, y'all.